How's it going, you guys? Kyle, or Epic, with another episode of Epic FAQ. The comment question winner from the last video was by Alex Hollis, and he asked, how do you overcome being down or feeling stuck in your training, work, study, and social life? It's a pretty good question, actually, and I'm really glad that you asked that. I feel like we're finally starting to get down to the nitty-gritty of the questions here, so keep these kind of questions coming. Being down and feeling stuck in my training. What I do when I feel stuck in my training, when I feel like I'm just not going to get any better, when I feel like I've hit that peak where alright, I think I'm not going to, I don't think I'm going to improve. What I do is I go back to basics. I make sure I master every move that I have done from the moment I started to the most recent move that I just learned. And I make sure I have all of those mastered. I go through, make sure I still have my rolls, my precisions, my basic vaults, and I go to flow, then I go to flips, and I go to twists, and big combos and things like that. So that's what I do, and it helps because by doing that, you go and you do all these various movements, you gain more body control by doing them, and they all teach you more things. You build muscle by drilling them over and over, and in turn, that all helps you learn the next movement that you're wanting to learn much better. Not to mention, you get a good workout, which is always a plus. But that's what I do when I feel stuck in my training. I just go back to basics, and I try to eliminate that idea where I have to get this trick today. I'm like, you know what, sometimes my muscles just may not be strong enough, or maybe I really just am not feeling it right now. So go back, master that, use what you learned from that, and take it and bring it back to the now. That's what I do for training. For work, work's different. I'm not the best, advice giver when it comes to work, but it's ideal to get a job that you can enjoy. And if you, don't think you could enjoy an average 9-to-5 job working at Target or Walmart or something like that, then it's important that you find a way to enjoy it. Whether it's just like taking the idea of working itself and turning it into like a meditation exercise, or turn it into the fact that you're helping a company, and by helping that company, you're helping a bunch of other people. There's a bunch of different kind of perspectives you can do on it, but the main purpose for work usually is to survive. Unless it's for play money, then lucky you. But if it's helping you survive, if it's helping you live, that's what you should be focusing on. That's why we work. Otherwise, if you're really not enjoying your work, start searching for new jobs. Update your resume. Go put out some applications. Pick some time in the day and just start filling out applications, because some applications have that 150 question bullshit you got to go through. So that's what I would do if I was feeling down or stuck in my work. Study time, study's different. I know it's understanding that studying can get overwhelming, and everybody thinks the idea of studying sucks because you feel like you have to just dedicate an entire couple hours to reading pages and writing things down. But if you look at it from a more open perspective and think about why are you taking that course, and find ways that you can actually apply that to your lifestyle. And you may not be able to see it now if you're young, but when you get older and stuff, you start to see where you actually start using some of those skills in school where you never thought you would learn, and you're like, damn, I should have paid attention in class. So pay attention. But study time, it's important that you give yourself breaks. Study for 30 minutes, take a 5 to 15 minute break. Go back to it for another half hour, take a 5 to 15 minute break. And by doing that, you give your brain that time, so you're not overwhelming yourself, but you're going back and forth and you're catching up, and then you're actually giving your brain time to process those things that you just learned while you're taking your break, depending on what you do for your break. Break doesn't mean go out and play video games. It means actually relax, grab a drink, take a bite, snack, something, relax, stretch, something productive. As far as social life can be different. Social skills are very weird, especially if you're socially awkward. It's a lot of socials in one sentence. With social life, I recommend, I'm not the best advice giver in this one either, but what I do in social life is talk to your family, talk to somebody who knows you, or get out of your bubble. Go out to a bar with friends and talk to people, make yourself known, do some networking, contact some people who know some people and say, hey, I was thinking about this idea, do you think this is possible? And then through that, maybe you'll start feeling better about yourself. But for social stuff, I wouldn't just think of alright, I feel kind of lonely, I want to talk to people. If you know somebody who talks, talk to them. Go out, network. Think about what you want to do with your life and find a way to get there, and find out who you can contact to get there, and maybe that'll improve your social life. It has for me. That's what I did. But that's all we have to say about that. Sorry if it didn't help some of you guys. I'm just kind of throwing ideas out there. It was a very good question, so hopefully I answered it to everybody's expectations. With nothing more to do, that concludes this episode of Epic's FAQ. Maybe the next best question win. Take great care, you guys, and stay positive.